As much as Tesla and Apple may be completely different, there are definitely some similarities. Tesla does a lot of things first, and just like the smartphone, they both have a battery, and Tesla actually makes their own processor. They don't rely on NVIDIA, and they have a huge touchscreen in the middle, which is multi-touch. And the part that I excluded out of that information right there is that Teslas have software updates. Yes, a car is going to get better after time. If you live in the United States, it's common for many people to get a lease. A lease for just 3 years. You're gonna rent the car for 3 years and then you can get a brand new one because like, oh, well, it's outdated now. I want the new model. I want the new software. But with Teslas, they're still getting better every single year. And the newest software update, version 9, is just a brand new iteration of that. This software update is still making its way on the 2012 Model S all the way to the 2018 Model 3. Will there be some software features that can't make its way onto the 2012 Model S? Yes, of course, because just like Android and just like iOS, there's some features that only the newer phones can have. But Tesla and Elon Musk just make me so excited for the future of cars. I mean, Tesla does everything right. You got autopilot, self-driving, you got over 300 miles of range in a fully 100% electric vehicle. You got them super fast with that instant electric torque, and you of course had those immediate software updates every single year. And let me say, Tesla software has come a super long way, because I got into Model S a couple years ago and I was like, I don't really like the look at the software, but now when I get into Model 3, that software is hot fire. Tesla's version 9 software going in every single Tesla vehicle except for the Tesla Roadster, which was their first ever car all the way back in 2011. Remember, Tesla's only like a really recent company. So version 9 is going to every single car and it looks just like a modern software on a smartphone. It just looks so clean, but like version 6 of the Tesla software kind of looked like iOS 6. Version 6 was kind of clunky and old-fashioned, but version 9, so good. But now let me tell you all the features in version 9 because it's a lot, surprisingly. The first feature that I have to get to is now that there's going to be a built-in dash cam in every single vehicle, in every single Tesla vehicle built after August 2017 with autopilot hardware 2.5. I'm sorry if you bought a Tesla before August 2017. That kind of stinks. But this built-in dash cam feature, which you find in almost no other cars, which is going to like kill all the third parties if you have a Tesla, all you have to do to get the video from the dash cam, because remember, Tesla has cameras on all like 4 sides to get footage for the self-driving, for the autopilot, so it always has a camera in the front. And now Tesla is activating that for the dash cam. And all you have to do to get the dash cam, you just get a regular USB and make sure it has more than 2 gigabytes, and you just plug it into the USB port and it's always going to be running the footage on there. And at any single point, if you take out that USB, it's going to have the last hour of footage on the dash cam go right on that USB drive. And if you want to save the last 10 minutes, all you have to do is just press the dash cam icon. Is the camera the best quality? No, it's not 4K at 60 frames per second, but it's around like 1080p at 33 frames per second, so it's good enough, especially at night. It's still good footage at night. It's 150% usable footage if someone vandalizes your car, if you get in an accident. That's gonna be very cool. Like, I know getting in an accident isn't fun at all, but seeing that footage might kind of be a little fun. The second feature that I want to talk about is how the entertainment in the car is getting a boost. From what you're getting in just those little Easter eggs is now going to a whole nother level. But remember, all these features are only available in park. You don't want to be doing this when you're driving. The first subheading feature is that version 9 is now going to have web browsing, which means, get ready for it, you could watch my videos in park in a Tesla Model S, X, or 3. How exciting is that? When you're just at a supercharging waiting for 30 minutes, you could just pull up my YouTube channel, MWG Tech, and just watch it with the built-in LTE connection, thanks to AT&T. The other feature that Tesla software engineers are bringing right into you is Atari games. I personally don't know what Atari games truly are, but it's some like 1980s games, 1990s games. I'm sure if you have a Tesla, you're especially older than me, then you know what these games are. They're one of the many Easter eggs that you can now find in a Model S, X, or 3. And if you like Atari games, well, now you can play it in park. If you didn't notice, but if you own a Tesla vehicle, of course a Model S, X, or 3, you have an app to go along with that on your smartphone. And of course, now that app is getting an upgrade along with this whole version 9. Now the version 9, if someone is signed into your account and has the app, they can control the music controls. This doesn't make sense if you're only thinking about the first two people, the driver and the passenger, but when you think about the people in the backseat, they can't reach those volume controls because they're all the way up in the front tablet. Well, now you can download the app, sign in, and adjust it from there, especially if you're sitting in the backseat. That's always a convenience. Another feature that is added to the mobile app, I'm sure Tesla probably heard all the people saying that we want Google Maps, we want Waze. Well, it's not now going to be built into the car, but the directions from Google Maps and Waze can now be programmed into the car. Let's say you don't like what Tesla's own personal navigation system is going to take you, don't like the route, you could just go on Waze or Google Maps and just click share and then hit the Tesla app, and voila, its directions are now in your computer. Or on that massive horizontal or vertical display, depending which car you get. Us humans, man, we just get so distracted by our phone. We want to text, we want to call, we want to search up our YouTube videos while we're driving the car. Like, unbelievable. We gotta let these robots do it, and that's what autopilot is, of course, doing. You guys know that. Now when you're going 70 miles per hour on the highway and you see all these cars go past you, well, by telling on the screen, it senses that those are cars, but it doesn't identify what type of vehicle it is. Now it's going to identify in between three types: a van, a car, and a motorcycle. And the better half of this feature is that there's another identifier, especially when you're going to use it in park, is it's going to tell when there's pedestrians walking by. It's going to be a little stick figure dude that's walking by. It's cool. That's especially a super useful feature if you're in a parking lot and it's packed and there's people walking everywhere. You could actually see where they are, if they're in the front, side, the back. You could see them anywhere. When you go back on the highway and you're just chilling at 70 miles per hour, chilling, going, and you want to make a turn and you can't see your blind spot, well, now the screen is going to give you a clear indication that someone is in your blind spot. The lines on the road is now going to turn red. The last feature that's included in this huge packed update of version 9 is now the autopilot is going to be able to take on and off ramps on the highway. So it's going to be able to switch lanes, it's going to be able to know when to switch lanes and get you onto the off ramp, and it's going to be able to take you on the on ramp and get onto the highway. This navigate on autopilot feature isn't available just yet. I guess Tesla is tinkering with it, and this is important because this could actually possibly be deadly, sadly. But that right there is all the features found in version 9 that's going to every single Tesla vehicle ever since the 2012 Model S. I just find that so surprising. Please like the video to make YouTube algorithms happy. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you tomorrow for the latest and greatest.